So like always, appreciate you guys coming out to cover Penn State football. I want to start with the crowd. Awesome crowd. Again, one of the best sporting events, not just football, one of the best sporting events that there are out there. The whiteout is always fantastic, and appreciate our athletic director, Pat Kraft, working with the Big Ten to give us a chance to play this game at night as well. So all things considered, real positive. You look at the game, in my opinion, the game was won on third down. We were 77% on third down to their 30. I think we were 7 of 7 in the first half to start the game. Turnover battle was tied. Explosive play battle, we won. Not as explosive as we would normally like to be, but we still won that battle. I think it was 13% to 5%. Sack battle, that was a dominant aspect of the game. I thought our O-line, we didn't give up any sacks in the game. Some of that was Drew extending plays, but then our defense was able to get 5 sacks in the game. Penalty battle, I still think there's some things that we need to get cleaned up, but overall that was a toss-up. And then I thought the end of the half was big. In the middle 8, we got 14 points to their 0. So got to give Washington credit. I think that's a talented football team and a good football team. Coach Fish will do a great job there. But tonight, our guys played exceptionally well, and specifically in the first half. Tyler Warren continues to make plays a ton of different ways, and I'm proud of him there. Jay Reed continues to make plays for us. Abdul Carter continues to make big plays in critical moments. So just really cool. And then the last thing I'd say is, that defense was one of the top passing defenses in the country. I think they were the number 2 pass defense in the country. And we threw for over 220 yards. They were giving up 142 this season. And then obviously we were able to protect the football. I think that's one of the things that Drew has done a phenomenal job in the last 2 years. Doesn't get enough credit for that. But being able to protect the football, make great decisions, and also be accurate. So I got a list here of about 35 records that Tyler Warren has broken. I'm not going to get into all of them, but he's a really good football player. I don't see how the guy is not, what's the tight end award? I can't see how this guy doesn't win the Mackey Award and the Paul Hoarding Award. I don't see how he doesn't. And they'd be proud of that guy representing their award because he does everything right, both on and off the field, and he's done that way. He's done it that way since the day he stepped on campus. So he's just a great example of what a Penn State football player is. So appreciate you guys, again, being here and open up the questions.
Raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you. We'll start with Mark, and then we'll go to Rich.
James, can you speak to the resilience your entire program showed? You talked about it last week, about this new college football landscape where there's still things to play for, how important it is to not let one game beat you twice. Can you speak to that resilience?
Yeah, again, in our locker room, and in the Lash facility, and on our practice fields, we got a ton to be proud of. And we focus on that. We focus on making corrections. And I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud of my staff and how we go about our business. We value winning. And if you watch college football all over the country, it's hard to win on a consistent basis. You see it every single week, upsets and things like that. So we value winning. We respect winning and what it takes. And we get back to work on Sundays in the Lash building and on the Lash practice fields.
Rich, and then Jared.
James, you're right. James, we didn't see Nick Singleton for the last quarter and a half. Didn't see him on the sideline. Can you shed any light on what happened?
No, as you guys know, I don't kind of get into those types of things. You'll find out when you come out to practice. I don't have a whole lot more. I haven't even, typically I get in there after this, I shower, everybody's gone, I get done the shower, and Andy Mutton is waiting for me, and he goes through how we got out of the game and what the injuries were. Typically we don't have a whole lot of information until the next morning. But as you can imagine, I don't usually get into sharing that information with you guys anyway at this stage.
Jared and then Johnny.
Hey,
Jared,
Coach
you.
Franklin, to your left.
Hey, Jared.
A lot of guys saw the ball, especially in that first half, as you mentioned. Can you talk about just the execution of the team today to make it possible for so many guys to be able to get touches?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing on offense and defense is we were able to control first down. I think on offense we averaged 7 yards per play in the first half. Defensively, we were able to stay ahead of the sticks all night long, and that allows you to be in manageable third down situations. That allows you to try to push the ball down the field. That allows you to be aggressive on defense and going after the quarterback. So I think, first down was a big factor in that game and how it played out.
Johnny, then Pickle.
James, to your right. In what ways have you seen Abdul progress and grow as a complete edge rusher from early in the season, September, to this point where he's at now?
Yeah, he's a disruptive football player. He was that way when he played linebacker. He's a disruptive football player for us at defensive end. I still think there's been an evolution for him there in terms of playing the run on a consistent basis, rushing the passer on a consistent basis, getting really good with his get-off. He's just getting better. And, to me, that's the exciting thing about Abdul. He's got a ton of football left ahead of him. Hey, guys, if you could, please, if you guys want to talk, it's fine, but just kind of go away, go back. But he's a football player that's just getting better every single week, and I'm proud of him. And he continues to find a ton of different ways to disrupt the game.
Pickle and then Andrew.
Coach, could you take us through, could you take us through the sequence with Tyler Warren's incomplete pass? You called the timeout, chatted with the officials. Did you think they were going to review that? And just that whole sequence, how did that play out from your perspective?
Yeah, so, obviously we got to decide, is it a first down or not? Is it a field goal or not? 99% of the time, they'll buzz that down and review it. But they said not only did they do it, they did it in Chicago that quickly. I haven't seen that done all year long, so then we ended up burning a timeout to try to give them more time to review it. But they said they had already reviewed it. That's typically why I don't challenge things. So, kind of unusual to me. Usually they'll buzz it down and stop there and take a second look at it. It's a big play in the game. Obviously, they felt like it was clear enough not to buzz down, and I obviously shouldn't have called the timeout.
Last two, Andrew, then Joe.
Coach, back here. Julian got his first touchdown. Trey had a really nice game. How important was it for you to get the receivers really involved in the offense?
Yeah, it's great to get a lot of guys involved. We want to do that every single week. It was really good to see Julian do some things and Trey do some things today. We need more of that. We'll continue to invest in that throughout the week. But I'm proud of our guys. I really am. I thought they played well tonight. I thought Trey's catch on the sideline was a huge catch. We need those guys. So we'll continue to invest in that. We're going to need more of that as the season goes on.
Smelter.
James, that first half.
I like your jacket.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was a Christmas gift last year.
Very stylish.
Thank you. But that first half, with the offense scoring touchdowns on all 4 of its possessions, with the defense pitching a shutout, would you say that's the best half this team has played all season? And how much of that would you attribute to coming out with a mean streak coming up last week?
Yeah, I'm not sure about all that. You guys make those determinations. We'll watch the film and grade it tomorrow. Again, I thought we played very well in the first half. Again, like I mentioned, third down, we were 7 for 7. I think we averaged 7 yards on offense. We started with a touchdown on offense. We held them to no points on their opening drive. So a lot of things. The end of the half, how that ended with the stop and then the 2-minute drive, that was big. So a ton of good things. But I'll let you guys decide what was the best half and things like that. We're going to grade the tape, and we'll have a better idea after we grade the tape how our guys played for the entire game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, James.